Hello, I'm Jay, aka Lord Gazumba. How are you? Tonight, we're going to talk about the Prelude. Sorry, my camera's off again. To adventure number 833, Attack at Winchester's Bulwark. Now, this is this is a long anticipated event. We've been working on this for a while. My eyes are all off on this lineup here. Let me move myself over. There we go. So I'm looking straight on. This is going to be a mega castle siege event. I've been talking about it for a couple weeks. I got pics running in the upper left-hand corner with a lot of the terrain that's been set up and some later pictures when I put in the baddies and started filtering them in. It's taken me a while to set this thing up to get ready to run. So we're all excited about it. I think it's going to be a blast. I hope you have fun with it too. We got some background information coming up here and some things about what's going on with our giveaway events tomorrow night. Today's the 19th, and Miniature Building Authority. You saw the Kickstarter new video they had. This starts tomorrow, the 20th. Their Kickstarter, September 20th. It starts for Harbor Town. So we're looking forward to that as well. So we got a lot going on the 20th here. Please, if you have any questions, just ask me. I'd be more than happy to discuss this with you concerning details on that Kickstarter event and the great things Miniature Building Authority has done. And you can see a lot of terrain that's set up, the walls, the buildings. It's all MBA. I've been using them since 2002. So it's a fun thing for us to use. So I'm hoping to have a real good time with this. So let's talk about where we are in the campaign. So last time, adventure number 832 was a surprise across the Jewel River. Andrea Winchester, and if you look in the middle map here of the Pomars, you can barely see it, probably because it's small, but you can see you have the Jewel River, and you have the East Jewelic Road, and you have your outposts. You have Herbie's. You have outpost number 1 at the river where the Sus meets. You can see that, and then you have Herbie's Keep, and you have Andrea Winchester's Keep. You have land assigned to Garth Warmonger. There's never been a keep built there. And you have outpost number 2 and heading south. So Andrea Winchester's Keep is out here, the furthest out. A previous adventure, she asked for some adventurers of any knights and non-knights to come and cross the river and figure out what's going on. Her patrols were all disappearing. And she was very upset about that because she had been gone for a little while on business, being a high-level knight of Ulick, left it to her troops and to her officers, and came back and found that multiple patrols had never come back on the other side of the river. A lot of even elite troops and upper-level troops were missing, and that was a problem for her, big time. She has access to a bronze dragon. His name's Strantalus, but he is off on a 10-year mating season, so she has no access to her dragon, her bronze dragon. So her backup flying mount, since she is a paladin subclass cavalier, is a white griffin. So that's what she has access to. So she's a little perturbed and a little worried about this. So they went across the river, found near 2 hills there was a bunch of bugbears, some gnolls and flins, a lot of giants, and some specialty types, and a specialty priest of high-level specialty priest of Earth Gnoll, who they had to fight. And this priest was pretty tough. I just made up. That was the latest one. This is our NPC specialty priest book. So Earth Gnoll is in here right after the Earth Dragon. So just to give you some ideas of their abilities, So, I mean, they get some good spells. They don't get healing spells. They have to use the reverse. So, and when you have a reverse healing spell, they're not really what you would call true healers at that point. So, they had some problems. I don't even call them true. In your sense, a healing priest. It's more of a specialized priest for other ethanol god slaughter. So they get spells. They get great combat spells like recitation, prayer, flame strike at 5th. Stuff like that. Unholy blight at 4th. So they have their priest list. It's a decent spell set. It's not like absolutely fantastic, but it's decent. So they do have special abilities. They get at 4th level Fear is the 4th level Mage spell once per day. At 7th level Strength once per day, but they get 1d8 as a warrior does with instead of as a priest. So they get decent. They get a real decent strength buff. And then at 9th they get their weapon gains wounding effect. Any weapon, it blunt or edged, melee, or 1 round per level once per day. But this priest that they fought was 8th level, so that he did not have that effect. So that's the latest one added to the specialty priest list here. This is not the PC one. This is I had to separate it. It was so thick. This is the NPC book. So they found they defeated the forces. This is the last session. They defeated the forces and then got to the top of the hill and looked, and in the distance, way down on either side of the river, both sides were forces crossing. One weird thing they found on some of the on some of the characters, the baddies, was rings of water walking, and they noticed that there were giants running back and forth across the river, carrying loads of troops, which is kind of, I guess, a cool way I figured out of getting troops across quickly. But they got some siege equipment across. I mean, and it was on both sides, a couple miles down. So they hightailed it back to the keep. Now these were lower level characters, so that group is off now, sent out to get as many individuals in to assist as possible. So that's something that it's desperation time. So you see Andrea Winchester in that picture in the upper left. She's the blonde with some of her troops that are left. She's a 14th level Cavalier Paladin. You think, well, can a Cavalier Paladin take care of this themselves? Well, when you see what I have set up here, and you may see some pictures later on, there's a lot of troops we have that are pretty nasty. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really difficult to do. We've done one before. We did one, I guess, 6 to 9 months ago. Invasion at Forest Green, Bastion. It was before we were broadcasting. And it was tough because the rounds take a long time. So I just set it up by sides of attack. There you go. There's a picture. We're getting the troops set up and getting ready to go. So this will be fun for me to run. We'll see where it goes. We wanted to tie this in with a miniature building authority giveaway. So we have, I appreciate all the support and all the followers. We have $75 subscriber a gift certificate to Miniature Building Authority we're giving away tomorrow night at 11 p.m. And then any followers that are on at the time that were previous followers, so there's 121 right now. Any of those that are on are eligible to receive the $25 gift certificate to Miniature Building Authority, and that'll be as well given away at around 11 o'clock. And we're just rolling. We're going to do a 30-sided die roll. So we'll work out all the crazy bots that you get on the Commander Root bots and all that stuff. We'll ignore them on that. But the subscribers already been given their numbers that they're for this drawing. So you look down, go through some characters that are in this adventure. So you got Alexis Winchester, who's Andrea's daughter, NPC, 9th level Knight of Ulick. Fights two-fisted and has an Elven Thin Blade, which is normally a primary hand weapon. She uses that in her secondary hand, so she fights Longsword, Flame Tongue, and Elven Thin Blade. Lawful good character. There she is in the middle of that picture in the lower left. She's one of the members of the Knights of Ulick Slaver group you hear sometimes talking about. A character you haven't seen yet online on stream is Jake Winchester. If you see, he's got a nice picture of Carrie Elwes. That's his character. He is an 8th level archer, lawful good. He's the third child. His brother and sisters Kieran and Elijah Winchester are fourth in Greyhawk City. From the Iron Brigade. So, and he's out of Altamira, but he's close to becoming 9th level. So he's made the trek as well. Bill has Sunhill Pedrine. You've seen her a couple times. She's a 9th level specialty priest of Palor, the best healer in the game we have. So she's a hardcore healer. She gets double healing because of her healing cap of Valuna. So Bill thought he'd bring her. Neutral good, like I said, 9th level. He's also brought someone else you haven't seen yet. She's not good. She's a neutral character, and this ties into what's going to happen, hopefully, in our new campaign set startup in this Pomarsh area. Her name's Sashar Darkmoon, also known as Scorn. True neutral, 8th level archer, 9th level mage. So a pretty powerful character. Low hit points, 61, but she's got some good magic items and some good spells. So it'll be interesting to see. Bill may be a half hour late, so we're going to start without him. I'll jump in. Mark, first character. These characters, 2 of the 3 you've seen already. Railstone Gradavis, David's uncle, 10th level paladin fighter, but he doesn't have that because he's dual classed. 9th level specialty priest Ilmater. So he's working his way up to try and surpass. So he gets both of his abilities. It's been a while. Lawful good character here. Fights with I think a Bastard Sword Holy Avenger, if I recall correctly. Yep, +4. So and you've seen him in a lot of different adventures, particularly the events before David Gradavis' wedding. He was the jumping character. Yeah, he's a real good character. Temporal Lakesland. We've talked a lot about Temporal. Selenian half elf fighter cleric 1010, 74 hit points. Chaotic good. Seen her a lot. She's the one that is kind of in love with Gazumba. She has the one that has the amphitheater in East Vesper in Selene. So she's an officer knight, so she has made the trek down here. Another good Mark character. And then just because Alan will not be here next 2 weeks, I have Arden the Vanquisher. Mark is bringing lawful neutral Hildorf male, 111 hit points, 10th level fighter. This is one of the Prince of Ulick dwarves. Mark role plays this very well. Arden, so he doesn't want these people, Erethnel people, taking over a keep, even though he can't stand the Knight of Ulick. I mean, it says right down here, hatreds of Knights of Ulick. That's pretty funny. But he's going to be playing him and having his character, crank out some damage as a 10th level fighter. So we'll see him. And then Walt's got some old school characters. Stefan, half elf, male, neutral good, 10th level ranger, 9th level cleric. He's old. Man, this is an old sheet. This is a dot matrix printed sheet. That's how old this is. Has some cool abilities. Ranger cleric's one of those neat multi-classes. So he's got some limited druid and mage spells, but a lot of clerical spells. Has some cool items. He wanted to play him. I know he did. So I'm letting him rock and roll with this character. He's a knight, and he's been around a while. So this character is one of the Walt's, but this one's even older, coming up. And he's named, is a human, lawful good human. Gilgalad, the Gallant. He's not an elf like in Lord of the Rings, but the dual class, Paladin 9, magic user at 11. The Paladin's a fighter subclass, so not a cavalier. He is an old character. This character's actual age is 92 as a human, but he's under the unnatural age. He's playing at age 60. But he has some cool weapons. He has a hammer of thunderbolts that he can function at a +3, not +2, because his +3 is his strength's only 18/98 now because of his age. So he can't play. He can't play with the It is a +5 outright killing giants with it, but it does double damage dice with it. And it's got a lot of magic user spells as well. So I'm interested to see. There's 9 characters on this total. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be 2 weeks, obviously, because there's no way you can do this in 1 week. We'll see how it rolls out. We're going to look forward to having roughly, I don't know. We're not going to go that late. We'll start at 7:30 broadcast time, and then work our way to, go a certain amount of time from that point on. So, but it's been highly successful with our follower goal push. I appreciate that. Our hero points assist has worked great. So we've gotten some of them in with the characters. That's been fantastic. I'm really appreciative of all the support I get online and on Facebook. I have a Twitter account too, El Gazumba. If you want to ever just reach out to me, you can reach me out there. Reach me out on Twitch. You can reach me out on many different, under my name Jay, many different sites on Facebook as well. So that's what's going on. It's just going to be a short session here. Just wanted to bring this up, and we have our first ever Miniature Building Authority follower subscriber giveaway. We're really excited about it. We're looking forward to having some followers watch. The giveaway will be at around 11 p.m. I think we're going to actually do the subscriber one first. Make the followers watch, but this will be an interesting event. Lots of large, high-level monsters in this. Lots of neat, evil NPCs that I've been working on for a while. This is basically this whole, whatever happens and this happens. This is a prelude to what we're going to do in a new first level, high level thing. And by the way, this picture up in the upper left hand corner, bring a bridge all the way across. He built it for me, so I get taken care of there instead of that landmass there. We never bridge it, span that. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of death, maybe even PC death. A lot of characters are all over the place. I'm doing my best to really balance this out, so we'll see. I've used almost every wall piece I've had to make this keep up. Bill Haley helped me with this. It took a while, and we just want to have fun with this. That's it. We're going to go out and have some fun, enjoy playing it. So, I'm trying to think of what else we got here. You saw the ad at the beginning for Miniature Building Authority. They've done a great job. I really love the ad that they've done, and they gave me access to it to embed it into my Be Right Back. So I'll finish up with that, and if there's nothing, I guess that's about it, man. I'm just excited about tomorrow. This fits right into our Night of Eula hardcore campaign. If you have any questions, please just write in chat. You can ask me anytime. You can also write during the game, ask us. I got Mark moderating, so we'll have plenty of people watching and making sure that this goes as smoothly as possible. The rounds may go slow, and there may be some arguments on, can you do that, can't you do that, but we'll get through this, and I look forward to it. And once again, I'm going to pop up NBA, and I'll see you online soon, all right? See you tomorrow night. Thanks.